welcome to our discussion between experts from Drake Software and NATP. I'm Megan Sonicson with NATP, and I have the pleasure of moderating this conversation. At NATP, we believe that all taxpayers should be supported by caring and well-educated tax professionals. So we're here today to have an in-depth discussion on a topic that we believe many taxpayers and tax professionals will have a difficult time with this upcoming tax season. That's the advanced child tax credit. So who better to discuss this topic? Well, I have with me two people who have been answering your calls on this topic since the passage of the American Rescue Plan, Rhonda Collins and Sherry Franze. Rhonda is our Director of Tax Content and Government Relations, and Sherry is a CPA who has been a part of the NATP Research Department for nearly 10 years. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Megan.
As you, the tax professional, know, once you have your answers, you need to properly report your findings to the IRS. And of course, you rely on your tax prep software to do this. To help us navigate through the ACTC, from Drake Software, we have John Sapp, CPA, the Chief Revenue Officer at Drake, and Federal Tax Analyst Bob Nolan. Bob is a CPA and EA who is by all accounts a tax software guru. Welcome, John and Bob.
How are you?
Thanks for having us, Megan. We love doing things with the NATP.
It's our pleasure. So let's get started. Sherry, can you please give us the quick need to know regarding the advance payments?
Well, the advance payments, new this year, as we all know. Currently, the IRS has on their website 15 topics under the frequently asked questions. That's topics A through 0. And yes, I checked yesterday, nothing new has been added since then. What's been happening this year is from July through December, 6 advanced child tax credit payments are going to go out, which is going to be about half of what the child tax credit should be for the taxpayers this year. All right. They're going to range from $300 to say $250 a month. And it's going to depend primarily on the age of the child. From ages 6 to 17, you'll get the $250. Anything under the age of 6, any child under the age of 6 is eligible for the $300 payment. Now, just one thing I do want to mention, this year it's new, it's age 17. All years prior to 2021, it was age 16. You had to be under age 17. So this year they bumped it up a year in age, which is really helpful to the parents. And this is a one-time only thing right now, as we know it, for 2021. There has been rumor that this could be extended to 2022 or even made permanent, but that's just it. It's rumor right now, nothing more than that. All right. And let's see. We also want to mention that there is a bit of a safe harbor for those that might receive child tax credits. And I think we'll probably discuss that a little later on. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
No, that's great, Sherry. So, John, what's your biggest concern regarding the ACTC this tax season?
Well, it's hard to pick a biggest concern, right? As Sherry pointed out, there's a lot of complexities around it. And the number one thing that we're dealing with today and trying to figure out the most efficient way to get the information to tax professionals is their client recognizing that they received an advanced child tax credit and what the correct amount is. So that's probably, without that information, they will have, they won't get the child tax credit denied. That won't be a ramification, but huge delays in refunds are extremely likely if they don't get that number right. And then, of course, who gets the brunt of that question is the tax professional. Where's my refund? Why did you mess it up? All those types of customer service issues that the professional would have to deal with. The second piece of that, Sherry was talking about, taxpayers can get half of it today, but the only way that taxpayers can get the other half is to file a tax return. So now we have I think it was 88% of kids in the United States are eligible to receive some advance payment.